All right, let's start off with the larger time frame. I didn't look at 4 hour. I looked at 30 minutes. 30 minutes because there's really nothing. We're at all-time highs. So we're kind of creating new resistance levels right here. So there's not much. There's nothing to look behind where price currently is at. So I right away kind of noticed that we had like this fair value gap going right here. This resistance level was created. So I figured we would see price either, let me pull out the arrows. Where is it again? Either break above this and kind of create some new all-time high, and or reject. And my prediction was that if we reject, we would probably see price retest 768 all the way down here. That was my prediction this morning. I'll even show y'all. I'll show you guys right here. Could really go both ways here. Right here, see. We might sell off here. Probably doesn't break above this fair value gap. So that's pretty much what I was looking at this morning. I saw price kind of rejecting this area, but I was a little hesitant of playing the downside, mostly because like it's been really choppy around this area. So I kind of let price do its thing for a while until it got down to this 771.90 resistance. As you can see, last week since Wednesday and Thursday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, well, pretty much for half a week. From Wednesday to Friday, we were consolidating between 771 and 769. But that 771.90 level that I mentioned, look how many times price bounced and rejected off this level. So it was a pretty strong resistance level, which is a mistake that I made because I was I was patient enough to wait for price to come all the way down here, but I wasn't patient enough to wait for like a real confirmation that price was going to continue selling off. I hopped in pretty early right here and I played 0 DTE spot puts, and as you can tell, it started to get choppy. So I ended up selling for like a 20, I believe it was like 28% loss. So I don't know. I thought we were gonna keep consolidating, so I just cut it for a small loss. I figured it was like not worth to keep holding a 0 DTE contract, which was one of the mistakes that I made, because if I knew that price it was bound to consolidate around this level, I should have gotten a contract that had an expiration date of like 2 days or something. 1 or 2 days out would have been fine to hold through this little consolidation, right? So I took a loss right there. I waited a little longer to see if I'd get a better setup. I was busy. I was working, doing something. But when I looked back at the chart, I saw this beautiful retest right here, and we were already starting to reject. We wicked off the same area after we broke below. So I figured that was a breakout and retest. So I hopped in like around here. Let me see a little trend line. I hopped in like around here, and I rode all the way down to, let's see, I had a price target at 771 something. Was it 771? I don't remember exactly where I had my price target, but I sold pretty much right before it reversed. I sold like around here. And I played another 0 DTE spy contract here. So that hit 100%, 130% pretty fast, but I ended up selling after it pulled back a little bit for like 108%. So I made back my loss. That play wiped my loss that I took earlier. And yeah, those were the two trades I took. But the mistake was, like, I knew this area would get a little choppy, so I was impatient to wait to see what price was actually gonna do, because even though I had an idea that price was gonna keep selling off, I hadn't, at the time there wasn't any confirmation that price is gonna do that, right? So I was a little impatient for that. And then I also, for options, it's a little, for trading options, you know, theta, you always have to keep theta in mind when you're picking your contracts, especially with the expiration date. Like a 0DT, theta is really bad when it starts chopping. Even if if the trade is going in your favor, if the trade is consolidating, you won't see no money. If anything, you might lose money. It's weird how that works, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. I'll catch you on the next recap.